Let's make sure you guys are recording. You're recording. That's good. All right. So you guys will get a locked or a zipped folder. Unzip the folder. Inside there, you have data. Has all of your data stuff. Just mainly the vehicles.meta. There's no strobe lights, no nothing on this crane. I didn't really see a point because a lot of them I see don't really use strobes on the road. Don't really need them on the job site anyways. You have a folder for OpenIV stuff, which is just all kinds of the YTDs for all the parts. So that way you plop it in OpenIV and you can edit them after you go to edit mode. And then you can edit them. Get all kinds of goodies in here. Get a template in a blank spot. You have your stream, which has a bejesus amount of stuff in it. 76 items. Then you have these three luas. These three luas get copied and they get put into your smart ladder or smart vehicles folder inside the vehicles folder. And they land in here. As you can see, I have a lot. Nothing special there, but that's where they go, so the crane knows what to do in game. Then you have the FX Manifest Lua. I would suggest using this one. The only problem is, if you don't, you need this line and this line into whatever version you use. If you don't put those, it's never going to work. Then you're going to come to me and be like, it's not working. And it's going to be okay. First thing is, use the manifest I sent you, because it calls for the certain file types you need. So make sure you do that. Then, of course, there's a video link to, well, you're watching the video, so I don't know why you need the video link, but it'll be there for you. Anyways, I have already started my server, so we are going to load into the server. After all this stuff happens. And I had a big update this weekend, and now that needs all of its crap. Now that we're in server, we are going to wake up the server and go to new, give us extra sunny weather, and then we are going to freeze the time because nobody wants to deal with that nonsense. Alright, so spawn on the truck. Now nothing's going to automatically set up. That's completely disabled on that because there's 3 different cranes for this truck. So the first one is /set up vehicle space 1 for obviously the first crane. It's going to take a while to load. So if you press F8, you can see the console, and you can see it's counting a lot of stuff. And if you want, you can hop out of the truck. But while we're here, we're going to show you that door. Leave that open. There's no windows because I've never seen one with window that works. So I didn't make that window work. You take the livery off, and now that whole area area is paintable. Okay, primary colors, and there comes in the crane. Sometimes you gotta go chrome, and then you can paint it. I don't know why, I just seem to have a weird issue with that on my models. Dashboard color changes some interior stuff. Interior trim doesn't change anything, and then you got your rim color. Kind of cool little thing there. It's got blinkers all the way around. Currently what's blinking at us and making weird noises. And in the cab, nope, you can't see it. You got your, have to no clip into the cab to see it. You got your directionals blinking in the cab. And that's just because I have four ways turned on. You can do either side. So now I have just left on. And for your lights, got running lights all the way around. And you also have brake lights. No reverse lights, but that's okay. There wasn't any on the model to put any on the model, so wouldn't put any on there. There is one extra. All it is a little strappy doohickey here that holds the hook for while you drive down the road. So anyways, after the crane spawns in, come back here and you see how it says press X, you press X. Boom, you're sitting in the seat, you press Q as in Queen, door opens. Holding space, pressing Q, door shuts. Door opens. Kinda cool. Thought that'd be cool. Anyways, W is up, S is down, A is left, D is right. Left shift is boom out. You got a couple stages there it's gonna give you. There's your 3 stages. You're gonna bring them back in. Noises or something made by the script. So anyways, like I said, you can turn around here. Come out one more on the camera view here, and I'll shut the door because it's cold outside. So if you don't like the jib and stuff on the side of the boom, you press number row 4. And boom, they disappear. Or you press it, boom, they come back. So we're going to spin around here. And you notice how there's just yellow weights on the back, right? Okay. Now we're going to spin around here. What just happened? Oh, my hard drive randomly disconnected. Now we're going to press 3. So pressing 3 was it put the feet on all of the outriggers. We're going to press 2, and it's going to move the weights from the stack to on the back of the crane. So now you have extra weights, because counterweight is good. Anyways, while we're in this position here, number pad 5 puts your outriggers out to the side. 8, number row 8 brings them back in. Oh, and I'm disconnecting because things are weird. Because my hard drive decided to disconnect, that's what's happening. Yeah, I know, things are upset. Oh my god. Things are upset. Relax, Jesus. Oh my god. I don't it disconnected, but it did. So we'll get loaded back in here. Can I pause the recording? No, I can't. I'm gonna say it'd be real nice if I could pause it. Why is that here? I didn't click on you. Stinking files, they'll try to steal the show. Alright. Let's spawn the truck back in again. It's gonna take a little bit. While we're waiting on that, we're gonna make the server nighttime. So you got regular headlights and you got your high beams. You got some lights on the dash too. Thought it'd be cool to make them light up. Anyways, make the server back up. Everything's waking up. So anyways, we'll hop out. And as I was trying to explain, numpad 5 is outriggers out. Numpad 8 is outriggers in. Then when they're out here, you press 3. And you're going to see all these parts kind of populate around the crane. And then number pad 4 is outriggers down. Sadly, they don't interact with the ground. That's a whole smart vehicles thing. So you can push them into the ground. And they won't actually lift up the crane. There is something cool though. There is a front foot on this one. That's kind of cool. Sometimes if it doesn't let you in, you gotta run away from it, come back to the center of the vehicle, and then it lets you back in. Number pad 7 lifts those up. And you can press 3 again to stow everything away. Put everything away. And then you can bring in the outriggers. Like I said before, if you press number 2, it moves all of the weights around for you. Then Q is the door. Shift Q is putting that away. Alright, so now the hook is in the air. Left arrow pushes it away, right arrow brings it towards you. Holding space and left arrow spins the hook. Holding space and right arrow spins the hook the other way. Of course, down is down, up is up. So so you have full control of that. We do need to put a vehicle out here to show you a little thing. Oh, that's not exactly what I wanted. So push shift, go out, come down, press G as in George. Now you got yourself a car. It only picks up vehicles. Press G again to release it. There is a collision on the hook. You have to be out of smart vehicles to make it work, though. It's being sassy. Okay. There is a collision here, so you can use a knoblo winch, kind of like this to this, and stuff. It's just being stubborn right now. Alright, cool. I will double check that before I release it, because it's there. It was working before all this happened, so. Okay. And like I said, if you press number 4, those parts disappear if you don't want them. Bada bing, bada boom. That's really about it for this version of the crane. So now we hop back in the driver's seat. Do reset vehicle. Then we're going to do setup vehicle 2. And again, it's going to take forever. There's 200 instances of the straight cable. That's why it takes so long to load, because then it'll reach into the ground from its highest point with the 3rd configuration. So that's all that it's doing, is loading all the parts in. So you just gotta sit for a few and chillax. So this one, all it did was add this jib boom to the front, and then move the hook block to the jib boom. All it did, all the functions are going to be the same, there's nothing new there. You just move that back there, so you get a little extra reach. If you press 4, the extra jib parts do go away, so no worries there, and then like I said, the hook does do its thing. So there's nothing too special about that. I just figured it was cool to include it. Do reset vehicle again, and then we're going to set up number 3. And again, it's going to take a while. See it slowly piecing itself together. Now this one gets cool. This has jib booms fully assembled. Have all your other basic things, but now if you hold space while left shift, you can move the jib boom. It goes in and out a little ways. You kind of see it moving up and down. That's just because things got angled kind of goofy. And the controls are just being weird, finicky, and not wanting to time up together all the time. But yep, you still have your normal. In and out. You got your normal hook functions. So like I was saying, if we put this at full extension, As you can see, the winch does move kind of slow. It can be sped up in a Lua. There's a spot where it says movement amount 0.001. You can change that to 1 if you wanted to. I wouldn't, because then it goes really fast. And there's 250 sets of line code you have to change so that they all move the same. But realistically, cranes don't move that fast, IRL. So we are going to... Everything is at full extension currently. Just going to watch that until it stops. Should be rather soon. Yeah, the winch lines don't line up perfectly. Me and my modeler tried to get them to work, and it just was not behaving. Everything just had a weird cant to it. It's like, this is dumb. So I cut them up into little parts, and that's why they're all kind of spaced out weird. Is the parts do weird things, even though they're moving in a straight up and down line, and technically should be touching, but everything's at just enough of a gizmo. Alright, so it stopped moving, so we're gonna hop out. And everything is at full extension. We are gonna go for flight with the truck in no clip mode. Where'd the hook stop? So it can reach into a hole in the ground, that part, from the bottom of the truck to where the hook is, which is about itself again. Or, like I said, if the stinking collision was behaving right now, you could just boop, boop with a winch. The Navia Corp Advanced Switch. Problem should be solved. No, that's kind of stuck up there. So we're going to leave it up there. But anyways, folks, that is the crane. Really isn't anything too special to it. I just hope you guys find some enjoyment out of it.